Liverpool are on the verge of a huge new era, but is this the biggest summer shake-up in Anfield history? Andoni Iraola has reportedly reached an agreement to become the Reds' next manager. A £170 million double transfer raid is gathering pace, and Ibrahima Konate looks set for a shock move to Real Madrid. Plus, could Alexander Isak be about to play a completely different role under Liverpool's new boss? There's a lot to unpack, so stay with us until the end as we break down all the latest Liverpool developments right here on Anfield Central.
Just days ago, Liverpool fans thought they were preparing for a £100 million transfer window. Instead, they're preparing for a brand new manager. And here's the incredible part. Liverpool's search may already be over. A coach who had some of Europe's biggest clubs chasing him has reportedly made his decision, and Anfield looks set to be his next destination. The backstory. Why now? Everything changed the moment Arne Slot was shown the door. Liverpool's entire summer strategy was built around Slot leading another rebuild. The focus was supposed to be on major signings, strengthening key positions, and taking the squad to the next level. But when the Dutchman was sacked, transfers immediately became a secondary priority. The first question Liverpool's hierarchy had to answer was simple: who takes over one of the biggest jobs in world football? And rather than entering a lengthy managerial search, it appears the club already knew exactly who they wanted. For weeks, reports suggested Andoni Iraola was the leading candidate behind the scenes. Now those reports seem to be turning into reality. The conflict. Europe's top clubs wanted him. What makes this story even more significant is the competition Liverpool faced. AC Milan wanted him. Bayer Leverkusen wanted him. Several clubs across Europe viewed Iraola as one of the most exciting coaches available this summer. Leverkusen in particular reportedly believed they had a genuine chance of securing his signature as they prepared for their own new era. Milan were also actively exploring a deal, but according to reports, Iraola walked away from both opportunities. Why? Because Liverpool came calling. And that's a reminder of something people sometimes forget. Even after a disappointing season, Liverpool remains one of the biggest attractions in football. When Anfield becomes an option, it changes the equation completely. The facts, what we know so far. According to journalist Florian Plettenberg, a full agreement has now been reached between Liverpool and Andoni Iraola. The report claims the deal is effectively done, with an official announcement expected soon. And if Liverpool fans need reassurance about the caliber of coach potentially arriving, just look at what he achieved at Bournemouth. The 43-year-old guided the Cherries to a remarkable sixth-place Premier League finish this season, the highest league position in the club's history. His side also produced an outstanding 18-match unbeaten run and secured European football for the very first time, booking their place in next season's Europa League. That's not just overachievement, that's elite coaching. And importantly, he arrives as a free agent after announcing earlier this year that he would leave Bournemouth when his contract expired. The honest take: is Iraola the right man for Liverpool? Personally, I can completely understand why Liverpool have moved so aggressively. Iraola's football is intense, front-footed, aggressive and modern. His teams press relentlessly, attack quickly and play with enormous energy. In many ways, some of the principles resemble what Liverpool supporters fell in love with during the early years of Jurgen Klopp. But here's the challenge. Managing Bournemouth and managing Liverpool are two completely different worlds. At Bournemouth, exceeding expectations is celebrated. At Liverpool, expectations are the starting point. You'll be judged on Premier League titles, Champions League runs, and major trophies. The tactical ideas look exciting. The track record is impressive. The potential is huge. But replacing a manager at Liverpool is never just about tactics. It's about handling pressure unlike almost anywhere else in football. So, Liverpool fans, what do you think? Is Andoni Iraola the perfect appointment to lead Liverpool's next era? Or is this one of the biggest gambles the club has taken in years? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
How Andoni Iraola could transform Liverpool, with Alexander Isak and Florian Wirtz at the heart of a new era. Liverpool appear ready to enter a new chapter, and all signs point toward Andoni Iraola being the man trusted to lead it.
After Arne Slot's dismissal following a disappointing campaign that saw the Reds lose 19 matches across all competitions, the club is reportedly preparing for a major tactical shift ahead of next season. While Iraola has never managed in the Champions League and has never handled a club of Liverpool's size, he arrives with something incredibly valuable: a deep understanding of the modern Premier League. Over the last few years, the English game has evolved into a faster, more physical, and often more chaotic competition, where pressing, transitions, and set pieces can decide matches. Liverpool struggled to adapt to those changes under Slot. Too often they looked short of answers when games became battles of intensity rather than technical quality. That is exactly where Iraola has built his reputation. At Bournemouth, the Spaniard developed a team known for aggressive pressing, relentless energy, and a fearless approach without the ball. His preferred 4-2-3-1 system is not drastically different from what Liverpool supporters are used to seeing, but the intensity levels could be significantly higher. The foundations are already in place for him to succeed. Liverpool now have two elite attacking talents to build around, in Alexander Isak and Florian Wirtz. Iraola's track record suggests he will be confident of unlocking even more from both players. Wirtz looks tailor-made for the number 10 role that has been so important in Iraola's system. At Bournemouth, he often relied on an attacking midfielder to support the striker and contribute goals. The German international could become one of the biggest beneficiaries of the new manager's arrival. Perhaps even more important is what this appointment could mean for Alexander Isak. Despite flashes of brilliance during his first season at Anfield, there were moments when the Swedish striker looked isolated from the rest of the attack. Iraola's previous success developing forwards such as Dominic Solanke and Evanilson will give Liverpool fans hope that Isak can reach another level. Defensively, some familiar faces may also benefit. Milos Kerkez already understands Iraola's demands after working under him previously, while Jeremy Frimpong could see his attacking qualities maximised in a system that relies heavily on adventurous fullbacks. In midfield, Liverpool still have work to do. Additional energy and depth are needed, but players like Ryan Gravenberch and Dominik Szoboszlai appear well suited to the double pivot structure that Iraola often deploys. Their athleticism and ability to cover ground could become key components of the new-look side. However, challenges remain. Replacing the departing Ibrahima Konate is now a priority, while adding pace in wide areas and strengthening midfield depth are still major objectives for the transfer window. What Liverpool fans should expect is not a complete tactical revolution, but an evolution. The shape may look familiar, yet the approach could be far more aggressive, intense, and proactive. Now the big question is, can Andoni Iraola bring Liverpool back to the very top of English and European football? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Anfield Central, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Liverpool news.
Liverpool gets serious over £170 million double transfer plan as Andoni Iraola era begins. Liverpool's new era under Andoni Iraola is already taking shape, with the Reds reportedly lining up a stunning £170 million double transfer move ahead of next season. Following a full agreement for Iraola to become Liverpool's next head coach, preparations are underway for a major squad rebuild at Anfield. Fabrizio Romano has already confirmed the appointment with his trademark "Here we go," signalling the start of a new chapter for the club. Liverpool's hierarchy believe Iraola's high-intensity attacking style can bring back the aggressive football that defined the club during the Jurgen Klopp era. But the Spaniard is expected to inherit a squad undergoing significant change. Mohamed Salah, Andy Robertson and Ibrahima Konate are all tipped to leave, while questions remain over the futures of Curtis Jones and Federico Chiesa. One priority is strengthening central defence. According to reports, Club Brugge defender Joel Ordonez has emerged as a serious target.
The 22-year-old Ecuadorian has impressed Liverpool scouts, who view him as one of Europe's most promising young centre-backs. Bruges believe value Ordóñez at around £40 million, with Liverpool convinced his athleticism, composure and aggressive defending would suit both the Premier League and Iraola's tactical demands. The bigger story, however, surrounds Liverpool's search for a long-term successor to Mohamed Salah. RB Leipzig winger Yan Diamonde is reportedly the club's top attacking target. The 19-year-old is said to be open to a move to Liverpool, although competition from Paris Saint-Germain remains strong. Liverpool are reportedly prepared to outbid PSG if necessary, but the transfer fee could be enormous. While Diamonde was previously valued at around £86 million, reports in Germany claim RB Leipzig could demand as much as £130 million if a bidding war develops. Having already shown a willingness to spend heavily on elite talent, Liverpool may now face another major transfer decision. With Diamonde eager to resolve his future quickly, this could be one of the biggest stories of the summer transfer window.
Ibrahima Konate set for Real Madrid move after Liverpool exit as Fabrizio Romano reveals key details. Just 2 days after confirming his Liverpool departure, Konate now appears to be closing in on a stunning move to Real Madrid. The French defender's time at Anfield officially came to an end on Sunday, and reports suggest his next destination is already lined up. Konate admitted he was deeply saddened that he could not properly say goodbye to Liverpool supporters. However, events have moved quickly since then, with reports claiming that a verbal agreement has already been reached over a 4-year contract with the Spanish giants. According to Fabrizio Romano, Real Madrid have a verbal agreement in place with Konate, although the deal is still dependent on Florentino Perez being re-elected as club president. Romano also revealed that the defender put lucrative offers from Saudi Arabia on hold because his priority was negotiating a move to Madrid. The move has been developing behind the scenes for some time. Journalist Ben Jacobs reports that Real Madrid were already in a strong position after discussing terms with the player last year, while Mike McGrath claims Konate chose to walk away from Liverpool rather than sign a new contract. That makes the situation particularly interesting because only a few months ago, Konate publicly suggested that he wanted to extend his stay at Anfield. Yet, despite those comments, negotiations appear to have taken a very different direction behind closed doors. If the transfer is completed, Konate will become the second Liverpool player in consecutive seasons to swap Anfield to the Santiago Bernabeu. Last year, Trent Alexander-Arnold made the same move after allowing his contract to run down before eventually joining Real Madrid. For Liverpool fans, one fascinating subplot will be the reunion between Konate and Alexander-Arnold. The pair spent 4 years together at Liverpool and made 93 appearances alongside each other. During that period, Konate's pace and ability to defend wide areas often helped cover for Alexander-Arnold's attacking style. Meanwhile, Liverpool have already begun planning for life after Konate. The Reds have secured the signing of Jeremy Jacquet from Rennes in a deal reportedly worth £60 million, and he is expected to compete with Giovanni Leone for a starting role alongside Virgil van Dijk. Joe Gomez is also expected to remain as experienced cover. Now the big question is this: have Liverpool made the right decision by allowing Konate to leave, or will he thrive at Real Madrid and prove the Reds wrong? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Fabrizio Romano confirms "here we go" as Liverpool reach an agreement for Andoni Iraola. Liverpool's search for a new manager appears to be over. According to multiple reports, the Reds have reached an agreement in principle to appoint Andoni Iraola as their new head coach following the dismissal of Arne Slot. While other names were considered, Liverpool moved decisively for the Spaniard and accelerated talks over the last few days. Now, one of football's most reliable transfer insiders, Fabrizio Romano, has delivered his famous "Here we go," confirming that Liverpool and Iraola have reached a handshake agreement and that the deal is effectively in place. Romano reported that negotiations intensified over the last 48 hours before an agreement was reached. Liverpool were keen to have their new head coach lined up before the start of the 2026 World Cup on June 11th, and it appears they have successfully met that target. Club officials wanted a swift appointment to avoid uncertainty heading into one of the most important summers in recent memory. For Liverpool supporters, the appointment is about more than just replacing a manager. It signals a potential return to the high-intensity, aggressive football that defined the club's most successful years under Jurgen Klopp. Iraola earned widespread praise at Bournemouth for his fearless style of play, built around relentless pressing, quick transitions and attacking football. That approach made him an attractive candidate for a fan base eager to see Liverpool rediscover their energy and identity. However, the Spaniard will not have much time to settle in. The moment he arrives at Anfield, several major issues will be waiting on his desk. One of the biggest concerns is squad planning. With Ibrahima Konate reportedly set to leave as a free agent next month, Liverpool will need to strengthen their defence quickly. Replacing a player of Konate's quality will be a major challenge. At the same time, important decisions still need to be made regarding the futures of key players, including Virgil van Dijk, Alisson Becker and Curtis Jones. Securing clarity around those situations could be just as important as any new signing. Alongside sporting director Richard Hughes, who previously worked with Iraola during their time at Bournemouth, the new boss is expected to shape Liverpool's transfer strategy for the summer. Their existing relationship is believed to have played a significant role in helping negotiations progress smoothly. What happens next could define Liverpool's future. Can Iraola successfully bring back the fast, aggressive football that supporters crave and guide the Reds back to the top? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Is Andoni Iraola the right man for Liverpool? And what should be his first priority at Anfield? If you enjoyed this update, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Anfield Central and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Liverpool news.
Andoni Iraola better fit than Xabi Alonso as Liverpool prepare for a fresh start. Liverpool appeared to be closing in on the appointment of Andoni Iraola, and some believe the Spaniard could be an even better fit for the club than former Reds midfielder Xabi Alonso. Following the dismissal of Arne Slot, Liverpool quickly identified Iraola as their preferred candidate, and formal talks have already begun with the former Bournemouth manager and his representatives. While Alonso was heavily linked with the Anfield job before choosing Chelsea, former Norwich City midfielder and respected pundit Andy Townsend